Well, it's happening again. It's happening again. Rejection FC. What a summer this has been. Honestly, man. I'm here, everyone, outside St. James Park. As you can see, I've just done a BBC Radio Newcastle breakfast live show there with Matt Bailey discussing all things Newcastle transfer window, the Isak saga, all the rest of it. So that was a great show. Left there in a good mood. Good crack in the studio, even though most of it was complaining. As we should be complaining. Because it's another crap day in the summer saga transfer hunt, window, shambles, whatever you want to call it. See, I've been waffling for half an hour now and I'm having my breakfast and it's 8:30. So, hey my days, but it's coming out this morning, more reports as we expected, as it looked likely from yesterday, as we should have just known all along. I don't know why I try to be positive and think, oh, do you know how it is? Sesko is going to choose Newcastle. We should have just looked at recent history. We should have looked at the summer transfer window. We can't get anyone in. Honestly, you may as well, I was going to say bring back Callum Wilson, he's went to West Ham. Bring back Andy Carroll, he's went to Dagenham. What we're going to do, who we're going to get. We can't get anyone over the line. And to be fair, right, on the Sesko one, it's a bit like, do you really blame, I don't really blame the people that are trying to get the deal done, you know, your Steve Nixons, your Eddie Howe, your Andy Howe. That's our transfer committee this summer with no sporting director, no CEO really. So it's like, I don't want to have a go at them too much because they did bid the club record for Sesko. But again, it falls onto, did it take too long to get moving? You obviously had encouragement last week. You had the Slovenian press saying that, oh, Sesko is going to pick Newcastle. He wants to go to Newcastle. Man United weren't bidding. Man United wanted him, but they couldn't afford him. They need Højlund to go. They need Sancho to go. They need everyone to go. But then out of nowhere, Jimmy Ratcliffe just finds some money. I might go in the car actually because it's windy as out in it. I'm going to go in the car just in case you can't hear us very well. Even though I know the St. James Park backdrop is way better than my back seats. But, you know, we're going to have to prioritise some audio quality over that one, and the sun's going and everything. So, I just locked the car by accident. Didn't want to do that. I'll open it. Thank you very much. And we'll jump inside. Well, hopefully, like I say, the audio will be better. Oh, close that door, sunshine. There we go. And the wind's not windy. And yes, that's a positive. But yeah, where was I? The Sesko thing. We had encouragement the other day. We thought they were going to give us the player. The player wants to come to Newcastle. Man United weren't really moving, but we actually gave Man United the kick up the arse that they needed to go ahead and get the deal done. And they actually offered 5 million less than Newcastle. But it looks like Leipzig are happy with that because Benjamin Sesko really wants that move to Old Trafford. And this is where I just get wound up because I'm like, am I falling out over football here or what? Because I mean, the fact that he's picking a team that finished 15th, they're a mess themselves. I know I've just said we're a mess at boardroom level, at transfer level. But, you know, we're Champions League. We've got Eddie Howe. Look at the players he improves. You know, Man United and Amram, who gets a poor start. He'll probably be sacked like all the other managers. You know, the stadium's falling down in Manchester there. Relegation battles, you know what I mean? And then but there they go. The history. I get it, the history, the big club and all that, but at the minute, the project, I thought just the project in Newcastle would be more enticing to players, I really did. But obviously they just go for the history, they go for the money, and that's that. And that's what I mean about falling out of love football. And you've got our star striker, a player that was on stage during the cup celebration saying Ari Walkid and all the rest of it, wanting to leave, forcing to move out. You know, say what a terrible state of affairs this is for modern football. When Isak's leaving here, when no one's wanting to sign here, oh my God. It's just an absolute mess. It's a sham. I don't even know. I think the podcast is good tonight to get into a lot of different avenues of this story and different ways about what's happened this summer and what's going to happen next and all the rest of it. So make sure you tune in live at 6 p.m. where, of course, there'll probably be another 10 updates since then. But I also want to rant away at the owners on this one because this is where the problem lies for me this summer. PIF not acting, not supporting Eddie Howe enough. He said it was going to be a quick summer. We're going to move quick. We're going to move fast. And yes, they've tried to sign players. You know, the list could go on forever. From Mbumo to Pedro to Ekitike to James Trafford, all the rest of it. It's been an absolute shit show behind the scenes trying to get these players in. Slow movements there, slow actions. Apparently PIF stepped up last week. You know, representatives flew out to get this deal over the line for Sesko. The bid was placed. But then we just pushed the hand and Man U came in. We're kind of getting outdone quietly, can we? We're kind of getting out sealed before someone else comes in. Liverpool for Ekitike, Man U for Sesko. I just think, where are we going with this? Where are we going now? And on the rant on PIF, before we do talk about who's next in to replace Isak, or will he be replaced? There's so much to get into, honestly. But first of all, on PIF, what the hell are they playing at? just on Newcastle United this summer so far, may I say, acting slow, not supporting, crap. But also, what they're doing is supporting other teams. They are making our Premier League rivals stronger. There is a clear connection between Clear Lake at Chelsea and PAF at Saudi Arabia. They're, selling players to Saudi, they're buying players for Chelsea, all that sort of stuff. They're really funding that. And then on the Liverpool thing, today, it's coming out Al Hilal, closing in on Darwin Nunez. 60-odd million pounds they are giving Liverpool, just to give them a little boost, if they needed it, to sign Alexander Isak. On top of all the players they've already signed this summer. Oh, there you go. You sort your PSR and FFP issues right out there. Don't you worry about spending 160 million on Florian Wirtz and 140 million eventually on Alexander Isak. Nah, we'll help you out, man. You want to strengthen Newcastle? Nah, we'll weaken them and we'll strengthen Liverpool. All they're asked about is clearly the Saudi Pro League. That is number one priority. And then you've got the fucking golf. And you've got F1. And you've got everything else before Newcastle United, by the looks of it, if you go off this summer. Absolute mess. You know what I mean? I was seeing this on BBC Radio Breakfast this morning. The thought this summer was how it was going to be so transformative and so important. After winning a trophy, getting Champions League, you thought this summer's going to be class. Eddie Howe was saying we're going to move fast. We've got money. No PSR problems now. We haven't spent in 3 windows. We're good to go. And then we'll go ahead and just sign Langer, Ramsdale on loan. A week or so until the season begins. 27 days after the window, is it? I can't even bring myself to rant anymore. Just, you know what I mean? Fucking hell. What a mess. What an absolute mess. So where did Newcastle go from here? Where does Isak go from here? Is the important thing we'll touch on right now. Because training ground today, the players are back. Eddie Howe is back. So there's talks, rumours that Eddie Howe was there yesterday having meetings with Isak. I'm not sure about that, but he'll definitely be having them today. Because everyone's back. Everyone's back in business. Got Seller Cup here. Friday night, I'm pointing to it. Still there. St. James Park. Seller Cup this weekend. Friday night, Espanyol. Saturday, Atletico Madrid. Can't wait to see them new signings. Oh, wait, I've already seen Elanga at Celtic. So, yeah. Isak today. Meetings with Howe. Talks with everyone about what is going on. He must be good, by the way. I bet he's listening to the BBC Radio Breakfast this morning. We're talking about Sesko to Man United. He must be thinking, bollocks, looks like I'm heading back to Benton again. Or is he going to take off to Spain on a holiday? Who knows? So Isak's going nowhere at the minute. He's going nowhere. He's not allowed to leave. Until a replacement is through the doors, he's not allowed to leave. And what replacement can we get now? Sesko was the ideal one. There's no one else really. Ekitike was there. There's no kind of young, exciting striker out there anymore. Gonzalo Ramos from PSG maybe. I like Ramos. But is he good enough? I mean, to be fair, I do like Ramos, but when you're going from fucking Isak to Ekitike to Sesko, we're just working our way down the list, man. I do like Ramos. Maybe it's just because I'm annoyed right now, clearly. But I do like Gonzalo Ramos. I like him. I think he would be a very good player for us, to be fair. But that's the type of player you want with Isak and Al, to be honest with you. Or at least for a season. Ramos to come in and hit the ground running and be Isak's replacement, be our number 9. It's a big ask. You got Ollie Watkins. Aston Villa, I really like Ollie Watkins, but he's 29 soon. I don't mind Watkins. I think Watkins will be a very good signing. What I like about him is that there's no risk for me. Yes, you're not going to get that long out of him, but it's a great stopgap, if you will. It's a very good option for 2 years, maybe even 3 years. Listen, Wilson's just left and he's 33, 34. Without the injuries, if Watkins can stay fit, then you could give her a good 2-3 years easy, and then that gives us time to find a replacement, time to scout the next Isak, a young, exciting striker, and maybe get the deal done before somebody else comes in for him. Everyone's buying strikers this summer. Ours wants to leave, and we've got no one left. It's going to be Asula on Friday night here, leading the line. We like Asula, he's a bit of a cult hero, and he's a good laugh and all that, but let's be honest, he's not the answer, is he? So, like I say, Gyökeres to Arsenal, Sesko to Man United. Chelsea signed everyone, Delap and Pedro. Liverpool obviously want Isak. They've got Ekitike. Oh, dear me. But Watkins at Villa, I can see Eddie Howe going for that one. It's his type of signing, it. Maybe not in the age bracket, but definitely, he said before he's a fan of Watkins. Watkins nearly signed for Newcastle a few years ago. It was a choice between him or Wilson, and Steve Bruce chose Wilson. Ollie Watkins, like I say, will come in and score goals, guaranteed. So that's a huge positive. What a bonus that is. A player that knows where the back of the net is from the start from the get-go, he can be trusted to score goals. I like that idea. What would Villa want, though? Probably 50 million? Crazy money for a 29-year-old, but Premier League proven English. He'll be wanting to get in that World Cup squad next year. Watkins would be a good shout. I like Watkins. I know a lot of people are against it, though, because of his age and that. I don't know. Who else has been linked? Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson for 65 million, at least. Chelsea apparently want more. You've got to be having a laugh with me. Nicholas Jackson. I've said it before in other videos. I'm not going to make a Jackson 5 reference. I don't want him. I don't like him. Is there something good about him? His goals from record's actually pretty good. I just don't... the eye test doesn't lie. Seen him in the flesh, missing chances, offside, red cards. Bit of a lunatic, a bit clumsy. I just don't like that idea at all. I really don't. Let us know what you think. Would you take Jackson? For that money as well, it's crazy. I mean, put it this way. We're trying to compete with Chelsea for the Champions League places, which we have been. They just stole a march on us. What did they get? 4th last season. We got 5th. So we're very close. But probably not anymore because they went out and had another mental summer. Busy summer. Great summer. Signing everyone. We haven't. So Chelsea are happy to sell Nicholas Jackson. They wanted to replace him with Liam Delap, with João Pedro. Players we try to sign as well. Why do we want Jackson then? Why do we want Chelsea's rejects when we're trying to compete with them? Nah, don't want him. I'd rather have Ramos or Watkins. Who else? I mean, there'll be plenty of names linked now, but can anyone be asked? Honestly, can anyone be bothered? What a transfer saga. I can, because I want to get the end of it. I want to see these players through the door, but it's just so frustrating, rejection after rejection, man. We needed that Sesko deal. We needed like a big boost. And then another Premier League rival, Man United strengthening and we're weakening. We're weaker than we were. Longstaff, Wilson. Yeah, may not be the best, but got knee one at the minute. Right, then that'll do. Who knows what's going to happen next in the next few hours. Like I said, Eddie Howe, lads, back to training today. Isak will be there again. He's been there the last couple of days, getting treatment and stuff. Apparently been there a few hours a day. See how that meeting goes today. We'll have to say to Isak, sorry, son. We tried. We didn't get Sesko. We're running out of time. Season starts next week. We need you to play. Sell our cup this weekend. You need to play. Yeah, we want the money. We'll take the money. You don't want to be here. We'll take it. But at the end of the day, we haven't got a replacement in. And we can't really get a replacement and run out of time. A few weeks left. Can we get a striker in to replace you? What about next week? Villa away next weekend. You need to play. You can't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You can't leave. When we haven't got a replacement in. Wilson's gone. We've got you and Asula. You have to fucking sort it out, mate. Show some respect and represent the club that's paying you £120,000 a week. And maybe if we can get someone over the line, then you might be able to go to Liverpool. But at the minute, we can't sign anyone. Nobody seems to want to sign for Newcastle United. It's good. That's absolutely good. But that'll do. Like I say, podcast live at 6. Probably another video during the day. More developments. So please do subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get a video announcement when they come out. Give a like and drop your thoughts below on Sesko, on Isak, on potential replacements, if any. Or do we just say to Isak now, you're staying, sign that new contract, release clause next year. This time next year, you'll be on pre-season with Liverpool, you'll be wearing your red shirts and all that. But for now, son, you can't go anywhere. We'll see.